Hey guys, so we're here in Kilimani, Texas, no, Kenya, Kilimani, Kenya with Isaac. Today we'll be talking about properties in Kenya and opportunities for investment. But before we start, Isaac, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Isaac Mbogwa.
Okay.
I am a registered real estate in Kenya.
Okay.
And on top of that, I pursued a degree in real estate.
Okay.
So this is something that I have both book and in-depth knowledge about the market.
Okay.
And I've been doing this for the last 4 years.
Okay.
So I have engaged, come across a lot of persons and a lot of buildings. There's a building I can recommend and there's that one that I won't recommend.
Awesome.
Yes, depending on the location and
Okay.
quality of work.
All right.
And right now we are at Super Garden.
Okay.
This is a development by Super Properties. We are
Okay.
on the topmost
This
floor.
is like 19th floor, right?
Yeah.
And guys, we took this staircase to the 17th floor because the elevator is not functional yet because we're still under construction. So that was a workout. So I mean, we got enough workout for this week.
Yeah. For this week. already.
But Isaac, if in this property, and I know you've helped, get investors for multiple properties. This is under construction.
Yeah.
For a 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, what's the average price point in shillings and in dollars?
Okay, for this property,
Yes.
I can say the asking price is 10.5 million.
Okay.
For the biggest 2-bedroom unit, that is 102 square meters.
Okay.
And if you buy in cash, they can give you at around 9.5 million.
Okay.
That is for cash buyer. And that is about $80,000,
Okay.
inclusive of the closing cost.
Okay.
So, but 9.5 million is about $74,000
Okay.
without the closing cost.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
that is for cash buyer, and it will come to around $86,000 for an installment buyer, inclusive of the closing costs.
Okay, good to know. And for international investors that may not have time to come here to furnish the place or may not have time to manage it in terms of long-term rent or short-term rent, how do you guys help with that process?
First, you must register your property in Airbnb.com,
Yes.
Booking.com
Yes.
for on booking, self bookings.
Yeah.
And you can have an Airbnb manager.
Yes.
They'll charge you about 5 to 10%
Service
And,
fee.
Yeah, service fee to manage the property. And that's it. And
So
also,
does the cleaning fees come from that 5 to 10%?
yeah, that is the cleaning of the room, the
The reviews,
towels, and all.
following up for reviews, things
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So
And when we talked about occupancy rate earlier on, I said for Airbnb around 75 to 85%.
yeah, Kilimani is quite affordable. For instance, here we analyzed the rates. For 1 bedroom is about $46 per night. So that is quite affordable, making it quite attractive to tourists and even small scale investors. Hence,
Okay.
you can stick around for a week or two. That will cost you around 4,460 for 10 nights.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's quite affordable, hence the occupancy rate is quite high.
Okay.
Yes, and at the same time, that's a good return because after taxes, we're getting a return of 14.4%.
Okay. And for long-term rents, someone wants to rent this for a year. What's the pricing like, and how quickly can it be rented out?
For long-term renters,
Yeah.
the bigger units you see is that somebody who has maybe a family or somebody who is working. For the 60 square meters, you'll get between 65,000 in Kenyan shillings to 70,000. But let's work with 65,000. So you can make your money
65,000 shilling every
60
month.
Every month.
Okay.
So you can return you can recoup your investment in about 7 years or 8 years.
So even though it's 65,000, do they pay for their utilities?
Yeah, that is inclusive the service charge.
Okay.
So the tenant pays for the service charge.
Yes.
Even though when you're purchasing an apartment, you'll have to pay an amount, an advance service charge,
Okay.
as part of the closing cost.
Got it. Like almost like a security deposit.
Yeah, it's like a security.
All right. Anything else you'd like to tell our friends in the US and all over the world, that especially someone that has never been in Kenya before, who is interested in investing in, you know, this Nairobi area? I know we're in Kilimani, but we're also in Nairobi, right?
Yeah, we're in Nairobi.
Yes. Okay.
We're not in Texas.
Okay. Yes. Thanks for the reminder. Yes.
So I think Desmond here calls Nairobi the Dubai of Africa, because we have a lot of investments coming up, and this is a work nation. People here are very hardworking, hence everyone is trying to walk away from poverty. So for a landlord, you always get somebody looking for better property to occupy when if you're looking for long-term tenants. Hence the occupancy is very high. And given that we have a lot of tourist attraction sites, the returns are high because we get about 3 million tourists every year. And the hotel industry can't service all of them. So some will prefer Airbnbs,
Yes.
some will prefer staycations. Hence, for anyone who wants to invest in real estate, you can recoup your investments in about 6 years for furnished apartments. And also another thing, if you have a lot of thousands of dollars, another prime investment is buying in bulk. For instance, imagine if you bought 5 two-bedroom apartments in this place, and you generate an income of $1,000 per month from each unit, you can resell at around 12.5 million per unit. From 9 million, if you're a cash buyer, you can make easily 3 million within 1 year, because right now for a cash buy we can get a unit at 9 million, and after occupancy, if you manage to get 100,000 per month, people will look at 10% return for ready project. Hence you can generate as much as 12.5 million.
Good. Well, thanks, Isaac, for breaking down the numbers for us, and definitely stay in touch. And I'm looking forward to working with you. I've been around. I love the city. I love what you guys are doing. People are working hard here.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of potential in Nairobi. Like I was flying in, and you know, the people on the airplane very mixed from all over the world, right?
Yeah.
From China, from Italy, from the US,